Hi there, you are tuned into Beauty and Braids, the podcast where I, Karyne, has conversations about all things relevant to personal growth and development. Just a heads up, I'm unfiltered. You're welcome. This week is my brother's birthday on the 20th and my sister's birthday on the 22nd. So happy birthday to y'all. Y'all Pisces, y'all be swimming. I see y'all. I know I had to throw an echo on this bad boy because it's double, double the trouble, double the fishes and stuff like that. So happy birthday. Should I sing y'all? Happy birthday to y'all. Happy birthday to y'all. Happy birthday, David and Maria. Marry if you're family. Hey guys. Okay, so I just want to talk about my experience this past week. It's been so funny. Like I had to wait till today to kind of like record this because it was so much happening, like amazing things happening because I believed in myself. So let's just say once I started to stop believing in that other people could help me, I end up, because sometimes people be like, I can help you, I can do this and stuff like that, and then you go ahead and you trust them and you're just waiting on them to do something for you, right? And they don't, and then now you with me, when people don't, I start scrambling trying to figure something out so I can get done, because I don't like to just sit around and just count my fingers. So when I just, remove those people from my energy space, because people want to help you, but their energy probably isn't there, or their availability. So I end up removing them, and then it frees me up to just take the reins and go. So I just started creating my pieces. I didn't even care. I'm creating my pieces. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna be focused, I'm just gonna build it and it will come. And of course Kobe had passed. I started creating the Kobe tribute piece for my braid couture pieces, and I was just like, I just want to do something like push myself to that, and it came out dope. And I was just like, I did it. And people just like, what? That looks dope. And then they find out it's hair, and they're like blown away. So, all right. And so Essence Fashion House happened, right? Well, before that, it was just weird because I ended up getting an offer from somebody to help me, but they said if they help me, I can't work with anybody else, and that didn't resonate with me well, because I was like, what, like who says that? Like, if you giving someone help, how do you tell them I'm going to help you, but you can't get help from other people? Like, what? Like, I understand this is help and you'll get credit, you're going to get recognition, but to say that I can't work with anybody else is crazy. And then, okay, so I was like, because I was not aware of what I was doing, because it was like, when you got fast talkers, they try to get you in some type of contract or bind in some agreement, but I never say yes. I just was like, all right, let me just think about this. And then so we end up setting up a date to work together, and 2 weeks prior, and then come closer to the thing, the person was like, well, I'm not. I gotta find out on Friday if I can do it for the date that, which was 2 days later, the Sunday. And I was like, what? Like, we already established what it is. And it was just like, seriously? How? Okay. So I was like, you know what? Let me know on Friday. Friday came, and it was like, well, I have to work. I am sorry. I can't. Can we reschedule? I was like, bet, let's reschedule. But for me, I'm like, I'm not going to work with somebody who's not reliable. How can I say I'm going to only work with you if you're not even showing that you're reliable? Like, I can't bank on, if I set another date with this person, that they're going to follow through, because obviously schedules mean nothing. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a person about time. Like, don't waste my time. The minute you start wasting my time, you're gonna be like, what happened to you? I'm gonna be like, you didn't remember, you don't know when you waste people time. Like, I self-love is one thing for me. Like, it's, and time is something that you can never get back. It's your most valuable possession, and I don't give it away lightly anymore. So okay, so fast forward, I'm at Fashion House, and everybody's there. I'm meeting people, like, oh shoot, like, it was amazing. And I wore one of my pieces, so I said, you know what, I'm gonna wear one of my pieces to Fashion House. My braided pieces, I wore the Nipsey. I did some, I added some more braids to it so it can fit my frame. So and I, like, fixed it up a little bit, wore my chain, my braided piece chain, and wore a men's button down white shirt with some shorts I had got from, I feel like it was from Target. Yeah, I wore some shorts from Target and a men's shirt from Macy's, and I had on my high boots and the blue piece. And everybody's like, I love that vest. Like, they didn't even know it was here. And she was like, I love that vest. I love how it moves. And I was like, oh, thank you. And my friends, they was like, well, she braided that is braiding hair. And it was just like, what? Braiding hair? Like, wow. Like, and I just was like, yeah. And it was like, wow, how long does it take you to do? I'm like, it takes me some time, like some weeks, and I also had my camera, so I was networking like crazy. My friends was like, pushing me. I was pushing them because we support and we believe in each other. So it's like that genuine where you're just like, yo, no, you dope. Nah, you dope. Nah, you dope. Like, so it wasn't kind of like you gassing your friends up. Like, no, you be like, nah, you super dope. So I had my camera, so I would always take photos, because it's all about quality images. It's not like, take your phone out. Nah, like when you go to events or just random, it's good to have a good camera that's going to capture, and it's good to have a good lighting from the photographers that I've worked with. Like, I've definitely learned that light is everything. So shout out to all the photographers that I work with. And I was like, when I like ordered my new light, I was like, yo, like, I see the difference. Like, it's popping, you know what I'm saying? So I was just taking pictures, and then these guys were just standing there, and somebody was taking pictures of them, and I was like, oh, let me just take a picture real quick. The guy came over and was there like, oh, let me see. And I was like, look, he was like, that's dope. And then he was like, oh, I have this event coming up. It was like a singles mixer, whatever. Singles mixer. And I was like, oh, okay. No problem. He sent me the flyer. I sent him the picture or whatever. And I was with Madison J. She definitely is gonna be on my show soon. So I was with Madison J, and it was just like, what just happened? And because we was vibing, we was having a conversation about career, what's going on, spirituality, I'll, stones or whatever, because I had like my rose quartz and my amber bracelet, and she rocks stones like nobody's business. Like, so it's all about protecting the energy, putting out there and stuff like that. So yeah, so we was talking about that, and then I end up telling my friends like, hey, there's this African singles mix or whatever happening Sunday coming up or whatever, and they were like, yo, sure, I'll go. So Sunday come, I go to church first, and then I go, and the African mixer. So the whole point of going to the African mixer, I always wanted to, do a singles mixer. I was all nervous, and my friend, he was like trying to hype me up. I was like, yo, hype me up, son. Hype me up. He did his job. I met up with both of the girls that I was supposed to meet up with, my friends, and it ended up being a speed dating event. Okay, like I was just like, I feel bamboozled, even though speed dating was on my list, my bucket list. Like, I do want to do speed dating. It was like, I didn't expect it, so I just thought I'd be hanging out and, just a potential whatever number I pull up, whatever. So we had to ask questions, whatever. So speed up. I'm telling you how me just believing in myself and taking the initiative and saying, I'm going to wear this blue braided dress to this event, and bring my camera and just be genuine with my stuff. Like, if I take a picture of a person, I'm going to give it to the person. And in it, like, the whole, like, exchange, you find a follower, like, you doing something and you're not asking for nothing in return. Like, you're just doing it, like, here, you know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna cost you nothing, but whatever. So when that's just a trigger from that person who was telling me if I work with them, or okay, so it was a photographer, if he takes pictures of my stuff, I can't use any other photographer. And I was just like, bro, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, that, no. So now I'm at this singles mixer, and they did like a raffle, and I don't win nothing. I don't think I ever, no, I don't. I have won one time years ago from Julia Jovan's event. I did win, I think, a bracelet or a ring, something, I forgot, but I rarely win. So I was just like, they were calling raffles out, people were coming up, and then they was like, introduce yourself on the stage. I was like, bruh, like, I was like, I hope I do not win, because I do not want to go up on the stage and start, talking about myself and what I do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was just like, oh my God, all eyes on me. I don't know if I got a wedgie. There's a whole bunch of stuff going through my head. Like, oh my God, maybe I don't got no coal in my eye or whatever. Like, so I just was like, please, Karyne, don't win. Please don't win, Karyne. Please don't. And what I was doing was literally putting it out there into the atmosphere, into the universe, that I was going to win. It's because I was so fearful of winning that I end up winning. So, I was like, whew, okay, all right. I literally just got a text message from somebody I met at an event yesterday. Piggyback off of the African event I'm about to get to. They were like, it was a pleasure meeting you. I don't even know who that person is. So anyways, I'm gonna figure it out, but follow me on this journey. Okay, so now they call out Karyne, and I was like, oh my God. They was like, Kary. I already know, because all my life, anybody who pull out something that say Karyne, because that means they not sure if it's Karyne, they don't know. I'm like, that's me. So when they started spelling it, I was like, gosh. I stood up, I think I pulled out a wedgie. I don't even know. I just was like trying to fix myself to make sure that I look okay, even if they took some photos. See, I don't even think they took any photos. Like at events, take photos with a professional camera, or have a professional there with a camera to take photos, so that way you can have content when you're promoting your next event. Like always do that, because they say if you don't have photos, it never happened. Because so anyways, I digress, and I wasn't going to volunteer myself because I was not there for that. But so what happened? So I went up, I started talking about myself. Hi, my name is Karyne. And they started laughing. My name is Karyne Tenard. I am a licensed cosmetologist. I specialize in painless braiding. And I have a nonprofit that provides clothes for children in need. And I was like, oh yeah. And I just recently started braiding, making clothing out of braids. And I was like, all right. And they were like, oh, okay, that's what's up. So once I was like walking away with my gift, this lady came out of nowhere. Her name is May. She came out of nowhere and was like, so you make dresses out of braiding hair? Like what? Like it was like something that she couldn't wrap her head around, And the crazy thing for me is like I've seen some amazing pieces that people have been making with braids, like headpieces, artwork, like masks and stuff, but no one has seen or ever heard of anybody making clothing out of braids, and they wanted to see it. So of course when I was there like, all right, showing is better than telling you. And I pulled out my phone, I started showing her the pieces. She was like, oh my god, I need to follow you. And then she was like, she seen a pink piece that I had, and she was like, oh my god, there's an artist that I'm working with on Tuesday and we have a video shoot. She might look good on this, like, and she was just like, follow her, whatever. So I did that, and then I was like, okay. So I ended up following her. She's an artist, an upcoming artist, under Jerry Wonder, and I was like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Like I was like, that's what's up. All right. I was available Tuesday. It just so happened. So I was like, it's not out of my schedule. I am about wasting my time, but I was like, it's not out of my schedule. I could definitely, come. It's an experience. I haven't been on a video shoot. I've been on photo shoots, but video shoots, no. Especially musical video shoots. Like I haven't done that. So I said, yeah, I'm gonna go. And going with like the brand, people respond so well to me just taking a chance and creating pieces out of braids. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that is the response you need when you're working on an idea or whatever. Like even though you don't need nobody's approval, and you're working on it and you put in the passion and love and stuff, when you put love and passion into something, it shows, you know what I'm saying? And it's something different. I'm not looking to be a part of the trend. I'm looking to start a trend. And it comes from a part of just wanting people to see braids in a different light. Like, like I always think outside the box. I've never been the one to say, oh, the sky is blue. All right. Well, why can't it be pink sometimes? Like, like why can't it be green? Like I always was the type to question things or take things and use it for something completely different. And when it comes to braiding hair, I've been braiding for so long that I was like, what else can I do with this? You know what I'm saying? Like, what else can I transform these braids into? And I started with a bra in 2014. It was just like a little mock-up. It wasn't functional at all. Like I was like, I see the vision, I see it coming together, and it looks like a bra in my head. Like I seen it, and I just was like, I need to really think about how to transform this into a functional piece. That was what it was. It wasn't even about just creating art. It was like, I'm trying to create something that is functional and is out of the world kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? So, and that it fits and flows and stuff like that. Like, I wanted it to be secure. That was the whole point. Like, it's, for me, I'm like, it's not something that will catch fire if people don't see the functionality of it. And I think any new brand or project needs to be functional so people can feel like, okay, I'm not just creating an art piece, but I can actually throw this thing on. You know, when people, you know, anybody can wear it, white, black, purple, green, yellow, whatever. There, it's like, oh, I can wear braids. Yes, you can wear braids. You know what I'm saying? So video shoots, photo shoots, stuff like that. Like, I just was like, it's something that's bigger than me. So she was looking through my page. We exchanged information, contact information. She ended up texting me and was like, oh my God, can we do the Kobe piece too? Can we bring that with you and that pink piece? So I said, yeah, I'll bring it. Sorry about that. I was supposed to put it on Do Not Disturb. And I did say that I was going to do that, but I didn't. Okay, phone ringing off the head, but things happen. And okay. So now Tuesday come, Monday come, I do a client here. Tuesday come, I go to Newark for this event, and it was supposed to start at 1. I got there at 1. You know, me, I'm always punctual. Like, I'm always there on time. I was at 12:57 just waiting, like, where's everybody? But as long as I'm indoors, I'm cool. Like, I can wait, but it comes to a point where it's like, you know, my time, but I really did want to see how a video comes together. You know what I'm saying? So I just was like, you know what? I'm going to go with the flow. I was led here all the way here by just taking the chance of going to the African event. So the singles mixer. So it was just like, you know what, Spirit led me, and you know, I never win something, and the fact that I was able to speak about what I did end up getting her attention and bringing me with. So, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, okay, I'll just wait here. Then they came, and I pulled out my pieces. Well, the lady that was managing it came. I went and put my pieces out. She was like, what? Oh my God. The manager of the establishment was like, oh my God. Like, everybody who's seen it was like, yo, that is dope. And it was like, you put a 24 on the back? Like, what? And I was just like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just something that I want to push myself to do. You know what I'm saying? So I just was like, yeah, I did it. I felt like that was my way to contribute to Kobe's legacy. You know, like, I'm not a ball player. Like, I cannot dribble a ball. I don't know. My upper body strength is just not there, you know. But life is very important to me. So, okay, I digress. So the video shoot came, everybody met. I met up with everybody, and it was just like, the bartender came in. She was just like, oh, how are you doing? And she was just like, she looked at my pieces, but she didn't really say nothing. So I guess she just was like, oh, okay, because she was, you know, not a part of the event. She just was, you know, there for bartending. And then she was just like, do you drink? And I was like, not really though. But she was like, I'm like, I'm a really light drinker. And she suggested Malibu pineapple, which was one of my favorite drinks in the past. So I was like, you know, maybe Spirit led her to say Malibu, because that's kind of one of my drinks, Malibu pineapple. So, so we drank, we started talking, and like energy and thoughts and plans and events and ideas just started flowing between us, because she is also an event planner and a public speaker and a model. So I just was like, and she was Haitian, so it was just like, yo, that is dope. You know what I'm saying? So I ended up meeting her. I met so many people, and by just being there. Like, I just was like, yo, like, I'm gonna just chill. I'm not gonna be all up in people's faces. I don't need to sell myself. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not. Like, I know who I am. So I'm like, I don't need to be like, well, what you do? Who do? Like, I'm just me. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I had my pieces there. It ended up being on the rack. People were just like, they probably seen it. I didn't know because I wasn't around it. I was by the bar, like, just chopping it up and eating French fries and stuff. So towards the end, my pieces, everybody was like, I can't wait to see your pieces on her, whatever. It never made it on her. But it was just the I guess the experience of it all, the fact that I met so many people, I got a lot of connects out of there. And I'm an easygoing person. I just don't like people lying or manipulating or having an agenda, like bad spirits. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you're a cool person and you respect my time, I'll mess with you. You know what I'm saying? But when I see something a little off, like when it don't sit right with me, I'm like, let me pull back. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna respect myself, because that's self-love. Like, I am not gonna sit here and tell myself, nah, you tripping, Karyne. No, no, no. Feelings are everything. Like, if you feel bad vibes or something from somebody, then possibly it's bad vibes. Like, you don't know. So it was all cool. Everybody was chill. You know what I'm saying? It was a little hectic, but everybody was good. I had 2 flags over there and a scissor, and I end up forgetting to get any of my things. Like, I took my pieces, and we are scheduled to set up a photo shoot with the pieces on the artist later this week. So, everything happens for a reason. So I'm just going with the flow. I end up, heading back home, taking a path. And before I fold up my stuff, 2 more people, like, before the end of the night, like, I swear, before the night ended, I end up with, like, people coming to me like, like, this is, that's dope. This, and this guy, the photographer, he was just like, yo, like, he was walking away, but he was like, yo, that piece right there is dope. Like, you dope. Like, and I was just like, okay, thank you. Like, like, okay. And when I was waiting for a ride back into Brooklyn, but I was like, yo, for me, I don't really wait on rides. Like, if I can get there through train, bus, whatever path, like, that's how I do, because I really don't like waiting on people. Like, I don't. Like, so, yeah, like, if it's like 10-20 minutes, I'm like, oh no, like, I'm just gonna meet. No, I'm leaving, so I end up leaving. I took the path, and the path was right there, so it was dope. You know what I'm saying? And then when I was leaving the path, and we hit World Trade Center, so we walking out. I was walking out, and I was like, I'm like, this guy looked mad familiar. I'm like, hey, were you at the party? The event just now? He was like, yeah. And he started smiling. There was the same one that was there, like, yo, that's dope, real dope. I'm like, oh, okay. He was there, like, yo, your braided pieces, that, yo. And I was like, oh, thanks. He was just like, it's only going to take one person to wear that, and that is going to go viral. Trust me. And I was just like, I just received it. It was not his words. Like, I sort of got, like, I feel like it was spirit or angels or, God speaking through him. Like, all night people were speaking to me. And it was just like, keep doing what you're doing, because it's going somewhere. Like, it is different. So even though I knew that, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't need the validation, but it was still good to hear. Like, it was just like confirmation, not validation. It was confirmation. And I was just like, yo, okay, I'm going in the right direction. And he just was saying that, and he was just like, yo, like, do you do pieces for like kids or whatever? I was like, not yet. Like, I just been kind of working on the pieces that I got. And he was like, well, I said, well, you got Instagram or whatever? So we exchanged information about Instagram, and we end up going on separate ways. I was like, thanks, you'll have a good one. He was there like, yo, be safe or whatever. And then so now the next morning I get a message on like Instagram, and it's of a photo of my pieces on the rack. I didn't know he had taken a photo of my pieces on the rack. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, so he was already looking at my pieces like they dope before he even seen me at the end of the night, thinking like and so I just was like, wow, like when he said that is dope, he really meant it. You know what I'm saying? And I was just like, yo, I appreciate that for real. I receive it. Thank you so much. Like, you wake up in the morning and somebody just sends you that. Okay. And again, back to the photographer who told me that I can only work with him. Like, yo, like, what? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this person takes a picture of my piece and just sends it to me with nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? When people do that genuinely, I feel like that you can't deny it. Like, you can't fake being genuinely excited about something. Like, because that's how I am when I take pictures. If I go to an event and I take pictures of something that I think like, I'm like, oh, this is what's up, you look dope or whatever, and I'll take a picture, and then I be like, okay, I could send this to you, Instagram or whatever, I could send it to you right away, and then just keep it moving. Like, yo, that's how you build organic connections, instead of saying like, how can we work together? Like, no, like meet a need first. Like, find a need, meet it, and then let it happen organically. Things will be put together. You don't have to have things done right away. Like, some people come into your life for something years later. Some could be for right now, but you don't have to have everything right now. It's not microwave season. Like, stop. Like, get to know people, get to see how y'all actually mesh together. Like, if the person really vibes or if they faking it. Like, time will only tell. It's very, very, very valuable time, and some things you can catch on right away from the get-go, and some you just really need to kind of let it all work itself out. But so he sent that, post a picture or whatever, and I just was like, yo, like, so he ended up texting me, messaging me again, and was just like, yo, because I posted on this thing, I was like, yo, thank you so much to the photographer. Like, of course, like, I had to repost and tag him and give him credit, because still hearing my sister in my head, like, give credit where credit's due. And, and that is what it is. Like, always give credit to where credit is due, because obviously you didn't take the photo. You know what I'm saying? Like, someone did, and they took the time out of their schedule or whatever to take your photo. So just give them the credit. And like, just they're not asking for it, just give it to them. You shouldn't have to ask somebody to give credit, like, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, so he was like, remember what I said. It's only what he said. It's only going to happen time soon, something like that. Like, but remember what I said. It's only in a matter of time. That's what he said. Only in a matter of time, before you go viral. And he sent like emojis of the like plane and all this extra stuff, and I was just like, I so received that and appreciate it to my heart. Like, yo, seriously. And like, you being, just taking the chance on yourself and the gift that God's give you. And I was speaking to the bartender. I said, look, God gives you everything you need. The skill that you have that God gives you will feed you for a lifetime. But you have to understand what you're good at. You can't keep looking at other people to do stuff for you. You have to do it yourself. You have to figure out what you're good at. You have to try to research, educate yourself in different crafts, and then see what you resonate with, because you could be blocking your whole blessing by sitting there looking at other people to do stuff for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, or, just be like, oh, well, I don't want to do it. I'm going to stay in my comfort zone. The pastor the Sunday spoke about comfort zones, Jamal Bernard, and it was like, comfort zones is serious. Like, people will sit there and not grow and be okay with it, but complain at the same time. Like, you only grow when you're uncomfortable. And I was uncomfortable on that stage announcing what I do, and it led me to where it led me. And I never really cared for, like, I have to have people with me to do something. Depends on what it is, but when it comes to my dream and my craft, I go alone, like, because I don't want nobody distracting me. I don't want nobody complaining, like, when you leaving? No, I'm gonna do what I come here to do, and when I'm done, I'll know. You know what I'm saying? And when you have people around you who don't have the same passion or the same gift as you, they don't see it, and they don't have the same drive as you to do it, to stick through. And people be like, well, how do you do it? Well, I didn't give up. I've been hit against so many walls, and I didn't give up. Like, the whole purpose of me to go to those places was to do one thing, right? Like, that's just kind of like my craft. Braids are for your hair, but I'm over here making an outfit. Like, I went to Fashion House. I didn't think I was going to get a contact to go to an event as far as singles. I went there. Like, that's really going with the flow. Like, and then from there, I thought I was going to get bagged. Okay, like, I thought I was going to get a connect with a dude, and instead I got to connect with a female for an event. And when I went to the event, I didn't expect to meet all those people and get the feedback, even though I was supposed to, like, my outfit was supposed to be on her for the video. I think it's my pieces just didn't make it to the video, because it's gonna hit a platform bigger or totally different. Like, I don't know. I have no idea, like, wherever spirit leads it. But what I can say is that from the feedback from everybody there that's seen it, within 1 second, it was a given. Like, I know I'm blessed, and I thank God for it. Like, and I'll continue to create, because it pushes me. It makes me feel alive when I create. I'm closer to God when I create. So that's me really taking a chance on the gifts God already gave me and running with it. Like, and I encourage y'all, to go out and just do different things, try different things, like, work with your hands, work with your mouth, be public speakers, use your gift of gab. Like, there's so many things. Like, I have many gifts. Like, I can talk to somebody and their whole world is like calmer or whatever. Like, they say I have that effect on people. And I've always been pushed to, like, you should talk, or I want to meet you and stuff like that. And I appreciate that. But it can also be draining. You take on a lot of people's energies when you're around so much people, because you don't know where they are and where their vibrations are. So it's just a lot, but it's still a gift. And I'm going to always use it. Like, I'm not going to be shy or nervous about using my gift or sharing with the world. So there's a whole bunch of things people haven't seen when it comes to me. I'm going to gonna try to stay humble. I'm gonna try to be humble, but sometimes you have to come out of that and let people know. But then you don't. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to lower your vibrations, and attract the wrong situations in your life. Stay grateful, stay humble, stay blessed, and stay giving. You know what I'm saying? Because what you give comes back to you. And I'm a true believer. Thank you so much for tuning in. Y'all already know y'all amazing. And so am I. Bye. Thank you again for listening to Beauty and Braids. I'm your girl Karyne, and this has been another great day. Until next time, you'll hear from me then. In the meantime, please follow me on @HairByKaryne, @ShopBraidAppeal, and @YTC Nonprofit. Get to know me a little bit better. Check them out. Bye.